Welcome back everyone to Stellaris with me Matt as the Peoples Republic of Morasia. This time we're gonna focus on seeing if we can build our navy up to get rid of the crystals and keep studying our past, our hidden past, which we are slowly revealing. This is the most intriguing thing I have ever seen happen in Stellaris so far. I did not expect to run into this in a single player. Hopefully we will find something very interesting out from this. And we'll also put this ship on studying all these animals.
Construction complete.
Or collecting all the animals, rather. Our science could be better, but we are in a good position. We just need more minerals. And we are setting up our third colony in Littersil, which should provide us with a good bit of resources once everything gets up and going. Overall, I think we're in a good position. We're in a safe position, to say the least. Grimacing. The radiological structure of Gerskivik 3b is indeed in flux. Driven by what science officer Cello Panti assures us is a tectonic process as fascinating as it is esoteric. What is more interesting to the Peoples Republic of Morasia is that we may be able to strategically halt the planet's ceaseless, chaotic self-transformation. In short, a near-instant stabilization of the planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable is theoretically possible. Nah, I think we're just gonna study it naturally. Because 6 physics for a single planet is good. I don't wanna take that down. And then we have another anomaly up here, which is the unknown origin object we found earlier around the sun. Once we get fusion missiles and basic combat rules, I think our corvettes might be strong enough to handle the crystal. And then we can go back to studying one of the other species that were outlifted alongside us.
Anomaly found.
Yep, we'll research that. So far, everything is going very good for us. Although we still need a better warp drive so we can get up and actually stop the mass extinction event that might happen.
Complete.
Oh, we just secret more animals. The Utlurans. Okay. The crew of Gambu has managed to collect a small group of Utlurans from the icy surface of Deris 2. These white furry omnivores wrap themselves into tight balls and roll across the planet's snowfields at an astonishing speed. One animal was clocked at over 80 km per hour. This aided in their detection, since the passage of their rolling forms kicked up huge plumes of swirling snow. Excellent. Okay, we should probably... energy will not really be much of an issue once our new colony is up. Actually it might, so we should invest in more of these. Man, everything is so peaceful for us. Okay, we have arrived at the third coordinates.
Situation log updated.
So we know what this is. Oh, we found a terminal orbit. One of the many moons circling Sigurdum 3 has terminal orbit. It will soon collide with the Yes, we will want to investigate that immediately. That's one of the best ones to get, in my opinion. Because it gives you a lot of things to look at. Oh, our research are complete. Fusion missiles. We can... Ooh! Beltharian. Beltharian is a rare resource that can give us a lot of energy production. Let's see if we have any Beltharian. A frozen world. Once we study the object around the sun, I think we're gonna check out what was around the frozen planet. And because we're observing the moon impact, unfortunately our specialized combat computers are being put on hold. So far, everything is going pretty good for us, I think. This is probably one of the more intriguing Stellaris games I've ever had, if not the most, because of this event. I've never seen anything like this before. This is very, very intriguing. Because I really want to find out the... Oh, an ancient satellite. Further study shows that the device closer to Boshimo is some sort of ancient research facility, entirely automated. By all accounts, the device should not be able to remain secure, but an advanced design has protected it from the harsh environment. The satellite, however, is responding to Ushimo's hails, returning information on the dangerous environment of the star. and obeying simple orders given to it, including orders to change its location. 2 proposals have been made. We could keep the station where it is now and use the unique location to our advantage, or we could order the station to travel to a higher orbit so we could safely study the satellite's composition. Either choice would provide information possibly hundreds of years beyond what we could currently know, but only one can be made. Ooh, I do like engineering. But I think we will leave it and study the star. Although it's still far away from... Actually, it's not far away from us, it's right there. It might soon get in our borders. Now let's survey it here, where another species that were uplifted might have lived. Alongside us.
Colony established.
Oh! The terrain on the planet of Lister has proven very challenging for our vehicles. Some of the colonists have begun taming a local species of marsupial for use for hopping around between buildings and colonies. The animals are well suited for work and don't seem to be suffering, but have been a few accidents, and the animal rights activists across the galaxy are demanding for it to be banned. Ooh. We will allow the practice to continue. It's just animal taming. It's not that big of a deal. Besides, the animals can be used well for us.
Special project complete.
Okay, we have done a special project up here. We were successful in our attempt to record the collision between Circum 3 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Alden Avopa were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. Very good. Very good. Now we should soon have basic combat rules. And with that, we should outfit all our ships with the new equipment, and we might be able to get rid of the crystal. So far, so good.
Research complete.
Now, what do we research now? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we have advanced warp drive, so let's do data link updates, uplinks. But now let's go to our ship design and start equipping it with fusion missiles. And defensive behavior, yes, yes, good. This seems like a good design. And we will upgrade them all. This should give us a lot more firepower on the ships.
Upgraded. Construction
Actually, not as
complete.
much as I thought.
Special project complete.
The Shear and Secure. Shearans are large burrowing creatures live beneath the dunes of the vast equatorial deserts on Riak 3. When these predators sense movement in the sand above, they immediately raise dozens of tall spikes from their backs in the hope of impaling something edible. Finding a suitable specimen proved difficult at first, until hundreds of tracked remote-controlled drones were dispatched across deserts in random directions. This led to discovery and procurement of an unusually large species that had grown more than 100 spikes in its back. Very intriguing. Now you will... What do we do with you? Oh, we don't know what to do with you. You can start hitting... You actually need to start hitting south, because we do need to see what's in the other end of the galaxy. Or in the Valar, because we still have not met another spacefaring civilization. Like, no, not all. We might want to invest in actually upgrading our spaceport, so we can get destroyers, which are larger class of ships, which we can arm with more stuff. Well, I should probably also invest in getting more weapons, different weapons. Like, that is a lot of mining stations around Tyrannus.
Special project complete.
Cosmic impact. The inhabitants became victims of a cataclysmic event that took place here a few thousand years ago. So scans revealed traces beneath the planetary ice shield, which point to a large-scale impact 8,000 years ago. After the initial firestorm, the following impact winter seems to have become permanent rather than a transitional state. There's nothing we can do. So that's what happened to one of the other species that were uplifted, apparently. Well, we'll study the Mishima too. So far, very intriguing. Oh, we have another election on the way. Who is really leading the polls? Actually, it looks like to be quite even between three of the leading. The Loyalist Lobby, our current ruler, and the Loyalist Moderates. We'll see what comes of it. I do not interfere in the democracy. It's a free democracy. Why should I interfere with it? That would be very corrupt of me. And you'll start to study this star. Or this system. Lost prototype you've discovered. Selona Panty is ecstatic. After more thorough scans, the anomaly turns out to be a spaceship. And even more intriguing is the fact that it is one of ours. Our crew recognizes it as one of our prototype FTL-capable ships, thought to be lost on a test flight years ago. Its orbit is unstable and the ship is slowly descending into the atmosphere. It seems to be undamaged, but energy readings are minimal. We received no response to our healing. In order to be able to further investigate what has happened to the ship. Let's see. Already came up with a plan. Save this piece of our history. I think that's a good idea. You'll find out about it.
Situation log updated.
And who's the new ruler? Chairwoman Kita Kata. She's the new chairwoman. Okay. She also has deep connections.
Found.
And we found another thing to study. We need to find out what happens in
Special project complete.
Orbit stabilized. Is commencing docking. An urgent message from Scientist Silo. The crew is dead. The mutilated corpses flow through the pressurized sections of the ship as there's no decay in vacuum. Can only guess for how long they've been dead. It remains a mystery for now why there is no atmosphere in the ship's hull, as the ship's hull appear intact. The ship seems to have run out of energy a while ago. It'll take some time before we will know more. How horrible. Grim discoveries. All energy shells were exhausted and some of them had to be replaced with reserve shells from the Trujillo to get at least some of the ship systems online. The logbook shows the crew joking in joyful anticipation in their first FTL flight. Then all recordings broke up shortly after the ship's FTL engines were activated. It is hard to assess how much time had passed before the recording started again. The flight seems to be over and the atmosphere has changed completely. There seem to be faces smiling a moment ago are now distorted by pain and screams. Echoes, they mutilate themselves. The recording ends abruptly. Shall we investigate or leave the dead to rest? We must know what caused this tragedy. Final report. Working through the sensor data recorded during the FTL event, Silo Pansy comes to the conclusion that the prototype and his crew left our plane of existence and entered another dimension where our natural laws do not apply. The severe mental stress that must have been the crew to madness. While overseeing more data, a feeling of a dark presence overcomes Silo, Pansy, and the assistants. They quickly remove the data core and take it to the Trujillo. Right after return to the ship, our science team monitors an energy spike inside the prototype's FTL core. They initiate emergency undocking procedures, which they barely manage to complete before the ship vanishes into the void. Silo Pansy speculates on the possibility that the ship itself might have been changed by strange dimensional energies. Might it be alive? We may never know. But the retrieved data core provides significant data on FTL travel. Our knowledge expands. Good job. They survived it. That's very good for us. And now, this system is still not within our borders. Damn it. But it'll be soon. It'll be very soon. See, once this population grows, we should invest in upgrading Baypool to a proper colony. So I'm gonna be saving up for that. Swirling Shadows. Immense rack planes of shadow drift across Sketetum 2A's face, which is up here. They are cast up by clouds, but by sheets of organic material, drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere. Hinge, or rather jointed, to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Aldan Avuba is yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, the elaborate shadow casting might serve. Very intriguing. Get some more water.
Research complete.
This is very good. And we now, do we have any Bilferian? So far, no. There's some outside our space, close by, but we don't have anybody in our space. Let's go for armor, I think. So we need to invest in getting up there and over here for the Bilferian. Because Bilferian is a very useful resource. Meanwhile, you will keep heading in this direction. We need to see what we can find. Okay, you can survey that and that. So far everything is going really well. Really well. Although we still need to invest in a bigger fleet, but
System survey.
once this I want this colony to be fully fledged first. Which they should be now. Let's upgrade them to a fully fledged place. There we go, planetary administration. Our issue is our society research is not really the best. It could be better. Let's build another science lab though on our homeworld. And we still need to find a way to get more minerals, which is not proving to be easy. Like, this is within our borders now, but it doesn't... Light out in the mines. We have found an old mining station around the planet of Palacoli 2, which is where? There, okay. Drifting in orbit. It was surely used to mine the planet of resources, but by whom remains a mystery. The technology within the station is very close to our own. We should be able to take hold of the station and have it up and running in no time. Ooh, I do like that amount of minerals. Yeah, we'll just scrap it. Because that's a lot of minerals to just suddenly have. And with that amount of minerals, we can actually upgrade our space station. And with an upgraded space station, we can start to invest in let's see, there. Oh, what are you doing? You need to stay here. We can start to invest in getting better ships to start taking out the alien species. I think the species, the flying aliens into space. Spacefaring creatures. Yeah, that's me, Matt, being stupid at talking again.
Complete.
Ooh. Global Research Initiative. That sounds worthwhile. That sounds really worthwhile. Okay, we still need though to get those two. We also need to get to the first coordinates, wherever they are. Okay, they are in that area, got it.
Construction complete.
Well, now that we have a bit more resources, we can invest in this. And that's actually invest in making a destroyer. See, the corvettes is as good as it gets. Now, destroyer, we really can only arm with those things, so let's make it a heavy weapons destroyer, I think. With 2 small slots. There we go. The Tansia class. We'll have a few of those once we upgrade our spaceport in our capital.
System survey complete.
Not a lot to survey there, I guess. Let me just check a few things here. Yep, everything's going well so far. Good, good.
Research complete.
Oh, here we can pick a new weapon or armored thrusters or something else. I do like construction time, but I think we should start to invest in mass drivers so we have a more choice between weapons.
Construction complete.
Because missiles can only get us so far. We want to be able to protect project stuff.
Complete.
Sulcar swarm. The Sulcar are swarming insect analogs unusual both for their large size and the fact they are lithivores, feeding off rocks and minerals in the ground. One of the shuttles belonging to Vasto sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through a large swarm, and several lucors began to feed into its hull. The construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures have already begun at the Museum of Exobiology. Okay. So, insects that eat metal, I'm guessing. Or something similar. 10 months until we get our character ambitions, hopefully, unless they get to another animal we have to capture. Because that will slow it down again. But with galactic ambitions, our boards will grow by 20%, which should give us quite a few areas. And this should soon be... Oh, another ancient satellite. Yeah, we will leave it to study the star. Man, we find a lot of ancient satellites in this area. Why does this guy keep wanting to go? You're not supposed to go. It is supposed to be you, because you're the best one at going. The Tugio is very good at this. If we can get up here, we can get a lot of research. We might want to actually invest in a third colony ship to get this seed and then build some border expansion posts in the nebula there. The Sneezit is also not a bad planet, I think. It's decent. It can be usable. Yeah, I say if we should invest in that. Although I do want those destroyers, but destroyers are expensive. Wow, not cheap. Yeah, we should probably invest in the colony ship first then. Because the faster we can get up here and get all this research, the better we would be off. Besides, we can almost get another colony ship already.
System survey complete.
Nice, we got another system surveyed. Which is Kambua, good. See if you can head for this area. I still wonder why we haven't seen another alien life form yet. A spacefaring alien life form with similar technology to ours. I'm guessing everyone died in this part of space or something? Or primitives like we are. We're just the first of the primitives to reach FTL. Oh, speaking of that, we meet someone. The feeder aliens. Interesting, let's start studying. Oh, it's because we are doing something else, that's why it's not doing it. Well, we have a minor mandate. Another ancient satellite! Jesus. Wow, like... These are actually all over the place. Yeah, we need a border outpost up there quickly. Where would be a good place to set up one? Regardless though. The Thargoid. The Thargoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungles of Dubatar Yinu 3 or 4 at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with its tube-like mouth. Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members from Buster were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology will rename one of its wings after these brave officers to honor their sacrifice. Wow, that was unexpected. That is a really dangerous predator then. I wonder what aliens these are. We'll find out soon. Can't wait to meet them. Hopefully they're friendly. We should you never know in space.
Research complete.
Ooh, forced industrialization, but I think we want to go for plasma thrusters first. And now that we have cannons, I want to put a big mass driver on the top here. See, is that better or worse? Ah, the missiles is better for now. But yeah, I need to invest in getting a frontier station up there because all that science. Ooh, that's a wonderful amount of science we could get from that. We could become masters in physics. And this will be our first colony that will head up in that direction. We do have the influence to spare because each frontier outpost costs 1 energy to maintain. So, let's see how it goes. Not sure if they have a planet here. No, I think they just have a frontier outpost. That's what here is that allows you to control it. Another ancient satellite. Leave it to study the stars. I'll study the star. Now let's check what collided with this little planet. Let's see. If we want to change our government, what could we become? I don't really like any of those apart from Science Directorate, but I think Technocratic Republic is better.
Special project complete.
The Imperium of Nokwang. These are the first aliens we've met. Oh hey, what are they like? They're a mining league. Ruthless capitalists, and they're libertarian like us. They are however fanatic xenophobes, individualists, elitist, and they are into biotechnology. I bring greetings from CEO Fulti Lo, the undisputed ruler of the Imperium of Nokwang. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. Greetings! Our first alien encounter. The news that we have encountered until in life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This concern what we had long suspected. We are not alone in this galaxy. Each new species we encounter represents both opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular scenes have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that they achieve spaceflight at roughly the same time. They should do everything. They don't like us that much, but we will send an embassy to try and improve relations slightly. They are equivalent to us, neutral, and they're natural chemists, and they only have ozone preference. They don't have that many natural traits. They are a mining league, which is interesting. At least they like that we are libertarians like they are, but they are xenophobes, so they don't really want to engage that much with us, which is completely understandable, I suppose. However, they have open borders with us for now, so we will actually investigate their space. Have a look through it. See what their space is like. They have one more world than us, so they've been expanding faster than we have. They probably had more minerals. Now, our first colony ship, third colony ship should be done soon.
Construction complete.
And we will send it up to Nisit. And we will set you up right... Oh, I don't know. How about here? And then our construction ship. Actually, we'll wait until the colony is built up before we do that. We need mining stations because we need to follow up with the mandate that our current ruler was elected on. There we go. Now that should all be queued up. What a cute little space he has. What's he like? You have to, yeah, they are xenophobes, so they will not be, they will treat us with distrust because they do not like other races. They want to stay completely pure. And they are ruthless capitalists, which means they are opportunists and will do anything for profit. Gladly backstab people for a profit.
Special project complete.
The Tarblak. After an extensive search on the seabed of Karasima 1C, using a small fleet of mini-submarines, the crew of Vastu finally managed to corner the elusive target of their research, a live Tarblak. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics, was brought aboard the science ship in a special water tank simulating its natural environment. The crew members on the Vastu that came into direct contact with the Tarblak will require extensive therapy, but the mission has been a success. Specimens secured. All the specimens asked for by the Museum of Exobiology have been secured. The museum has grown to a massive facility where artificial gravity generators and atmospheric processes are used to simulate the environments of over a dozen worlds. Visitors are journeying all across the Peoples Republic of Morasia to see its wonders. Wonderful! An asteroid collision. Okay, so we found an asteroid that collided with something. Let's see, there should be more stuff over here. Yep. And not a satellite, I think. That's definitely a satellite, I think. Because that area is just filled with satellites for some unknown reason. Which I'm not going to be complaining about because that's going to give us a lot of research. And once we get plasma thrusters, we can probably equip the ships with those. I still do not trust them, and they do not trust me, and we might want to get a larger navy in case they turn hostile. Well, our borders are only closed because they have a border station out here. Apart from that, we're decently away from each other. That's enough space. There's not a lot of spacefaring creatures in this area too, I noticed. Okay, 6 months and we'll have galactic ambitions. No, I completely forgot to hold the episode here. That's my bad, I'm just really enjoying this. This is gonna be Matt, for this time, signing off. I'll see you next time.